This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.
Peace and blessings, everybody. We're going to give some people some time to log in. This is an unscheduled conversation that we're having in support of our brother Derek Williams. You know, we didn't even tell him, but we just wanted to come on and talk about the issue of my brother. You know, we just wanted to keep it 100, have a conversation, and support the rally. Soon I'm going to, while we're having this conversation, I'm going to put the rally up, because this Saturday in front of City Hall, my brother Jesse Van Loo and other concerned residents and taxpayers of Mount Vernon is having a rally and around the issues. But one of the issues is definitely to support Officer Derek Williams, you know, and me and Donnie Moore, who's a retired officer from the Mount Vernon Police Department, he spoke out before in support of Derek Williams getting his due process, his 207C hearing. And for those who are watching that don't know, when you get hurt on the job, there are protections. And state law calls it 207C. And you have to have a hearing. Usually most normal law enforcement agencies have hearings and to decide whether you got hurt on the job or not. Some, and then you have to go through the process of being checked out by a doctor that will represent the city. And because you have your own doctor stuff, and you just have a hearing whether it was justified or not. For Derek Williams, that never happened. It didn't happen when he initially got sick in 2020. And according to Derek Williams, he was advised that it wasn't job related, 207C related, even though there was state and federal law saying that it was, and nothing happened. Then he ended up getting kidney failure, because kidney failure or organ failure, because some people, they have heart failure, kidney failure, other organ failures from COVID. And that is a medical fact. And they denied this young man, and he is on dialysis 7 days a week. And in June, they're trying to let him go. They denied his hearing, and he will not have health care. He will be let go from the police department and a city employee. So, you know, we're rallying around on Saturday to bring light of the fact of what the city of Mount Vernon did. And if you're in Westchester, if you are in Mount Vernon, you know, and you're a Mount Vernon resident, and you care for Mount Vernon, and you respect, like some people, like people put their lives on the line. You know, full disclosure, you know, my wife is a detective for Mount Vernon Police Department. Every day she goes to work, she puts her line on the line for the city. Derek Williams has literally given his life to the city. And now, instead of helping him, they want to give him a death sentence to take away his health care, and while he's on dialysis 7 days a week, and not even give him a hearing, a fair day in court, which is the hearing. I'm saying court, but I'm talking about the hearing because that's what they say. We want our fair day in court. So he needed a fair day at the hearing, win, lose, or draw. And they denied him that. Even after Congressman Andre Wallace, we made an appeal to the city council, and Andre Wallace is over the police department. And he saw the evidence at hand and what happened. And he made the recommendation for Officer Derek Williams to have his hearing. And they still denied him. We don't know who made the decision, but I do know when the mayor made the statement on CBS News that there wasn't no paperwork. And Donnie, while you're talking, I'm gonna pass it over to you. I'm gonna get that statement because we're gonna hold her accountable to what she said to the press. And let me make something plain too. Holding people accountable is not being negative, especially a politician. I don't care what color, what ethnic group, or what sex. If you are in that position, you have to be held accountable to the people. So we're holding her accountable to what she said. We're holding her accountable to state and federal laws. We're holding her accountable to their own damn policies. Go ahead, Donnie.
Listen, some of you out there in Facebook land or out there in whatever venue you're using to watch this conversation. I'm a retired police officer in Mount Vernon. Okay, from day one to the day I retired, the system in Mount Vernon PD is broken. It's broken. Mount Vernon as a whole, the city as a whole, has always been resistant to change. They would rather spend $1 to save a dime, and I know that is being factual. In the matter, what's going on in Mount Vernon? I don't live there anymore. I used to live there. I don't live there anymore, and I could really. It's sad to say I could really care less what's going on in Mount Vernon. But when I consider a person a friend, emphasize friend, when something is being, done to him unjustly, I can't sit by it. When I first found out about this case in December of 2025, my blood pressure went through the roof. And I sat at my computer for over 4 hours trying to acquire information to relate to Damon and Jesse on, matters regarding this case. In 2021, I believe it was, Trump signed a bill into law that states basically that all first responders that contract COVID, it will be considered a in the line of duty injury, illness, etc., etc. That right there applies to Derek Williams because it also applies to Derek because that law had a time frame. Derek was within that time frame.
Right.
The next thing, okay, is I got copies of the communication that the city, or the Mount Vernon Police Department gave Derek recently. Back in the city council meeting in January of this year, I stated to the city council, nobody in the Mount Vernon Police Department is an attorney. Nobody is versed in that type of law dealing with a case like Derek Williams' case. All future 207A for firefighters, 207C for police officers should be handled by the Corporation Council, which is the law department of the city of Mount Vernon. Here we are going into May. Now, all the city council has to do is draft legislation for this to come to fruition. Has it been done? To date, to my knowledge, it has not been done. Why? Derek Williams, and we're going to go through the whole ladder of responsibility. It starts with the Mount Vernon PBA attorney, Steve Isaacs of Kohler and Isaacs, if it's still a firm or if he just went. So it starts with him. It then goes to the union. At the time, Master Giorgio was the union president. The way that was handled was all screwed up. All screwed up. And then it went upstairs to a deputy chief, Gregory Addison, which in my opinion is just a straight up liar. He verbally told Derek his incident wasn't eligible for 207C benefits. Now I admit, Derek should have put it on paper and let Greg deny him on paper. But like Derek told me, well, Donnie, not all of us got college degrees like you, blah, blah. I says, dude, I'm not expecting you to have the aptitude of me, but it's all about covering your ass.
Right.
Then I heard Sean Patterson Howard had an emergency meeting. Greg Addison was there. She asked Greg, did Derek come to him? He said no, allegedly said no. Now you have the match is lit right under the dry grass.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to hold everybody accountable. Why did it take? Now, Andre Wallace eventually stated to me and Councilwoman Gleason, they spoke to Brian Johnson, who's corporation counsel, on the status of Derek's case. It was told to me by those two individuals that Brian Johnson said he got it. Brian Johnson, again, either he's that inept at his job or he doesn't know what he's talking about. Derek got New York State disability. He didn't get 207C, okay?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I called Brian's office 3 times. He even spoke to his secretary, whomever, that it was me calling, could he return my call? That was weeks ago, still ain't got a call. Because Brian was dumbed in back in the day when I was there, because I used to step in his buttocks, trying to tell me the law. I'm not an attorney, but I know I got a little bit of sense. And I showed him, I don't know how he became corporation counsel. Let's just put it like that. Because I have no respect for him now because he wouldn't return my calls. Now, let's keep going. Now, in December 18th of last year, Mayor Patterson stated, quote, when it comes to serious illness, it requires a softer touch of government that goes beyond bureaucracy. Having a mother who is currently dealing with dialysis, I understand the tough period he is going through. End quote. So my question to Mayor Patterson Howard, have you inquired about the status of Derek's case? Did you know that they denied him a 207C hearing? And I'll tell you what their explanation was for denying him the 207C hearing. I know the procedure at Mount Vernon PD, so they can try to, blow smoke up someone's buttocks, but not mine. The first reason was Derek never notified his supervisor that he was sick with COVID. Well, that's a lie. That's a straight up lie. Because when you call in sick, you have to speak to a supervisor that holds the rank of sergeant and higher to notify them why you were not coming to work and the reason why you wasn't coming to work. So that's a crap of you know what. Okay? But before then, the first paragraph, and I got the proof, and I'm bringing it to New York in my Hurricane vehicle. You hear what I'm saying? They said Derek didn't provide enough medical evidence
Now,
to support that he caught COVID while at work. Nobody can say where they caught COVID. It's invisible. But it's safe to say he was working double shifts. Is the probability higher that he contracted COVID while he was at work? Even Stevie Wonder could tell you yes. Okay.
Well, yeah, Donnie, let me interject. See, here's where they fail even the state law, because the state law says that the municipality has to prove that they didn't catch it at work. That's what the state law. That's what the state law. It's because of the nature of the job and the fact that it was a pandemic and he's a first responder. Where else would he have caught COVID if he was working all those hours going in and out other people's homes? So the state said it's a presumption that they caught it on work, and it's up to the employer to prove that they caught it otherwise. That is the law.
Let's back it up. That bill that Trump signed into law, that clears up everything.
Exactly.
First responder catches COVID is job related. Case closed. So Deputy Chief Goldman signed the letter of why he didn't get a hearing. He ain't no motherfucking lawyer.
And he's not a doctor.
Hello.
He's not a doctor.
How can you determine the status of someone's life and you're not versed in medicine or the law?
Exactly.
Now, let's keep going up the ladder. Human resources fell, Derek. Okay. Now we're at the point where now it's in the mayor's office. To date, she must not have asked for an update. If this was so close to home, why haven't she inquired about an update?
Well, first of all, when Derek, let's make something clear. That's why I sent the link to Jesse. When Derek dropped off the request, 2 weeks after she made the statement on television that there wasn't no paperwork, he provided the paperwork.
Actually, yes, he did.
And when he dropped it off, what's his name? Malcolm Clark? What's the boy's name? That's the chief of staff.
I have no idea.
And make more money than the police officers. I'm still trying to figure. I'm still trying to. He says Derek will win the Article 78 hearing. Damn shame the city of Mount Vernon is betting in this man passing away before that. Biblical wickedness again. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely, Mike.
But Mike, check this out. I'm not coming up to Mount Vernon just to be a showpiece. I'm coming to Mount Vernon to assist in this brother getting what is owed to him. We have gotten us a Johnny Cochran type lawyer. I spoke to an elected representative in Mount Vernon and told him the pain is coming. We're suing for back pay, reimbursement of his time, suing for mental anguish, and we're suing for pain and suffering. This case has went international. I don't know of any jury that wouldn't side with Derek because it's coming from incompetent people. The city council received there was officers that cases similar to Derek, appellate court decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, they have all the laws. They have all the documents. They got the doctor's letters stating that Derek contracted this severe kidney disease in lieu of contracting COVID. What else is there to say?
Exactly.
So I'm not trying to hear nobody's BS. That's just how I roll. When I sued the city, I lost. Okay, but the union gained. And if you want to keep it 100, Derek could go after the union as well because he got no representation. None. But we're dealing with the city right now. That's what we're dealing with now because that's the most important factor. And I don't know if Ned Patterson Howard is watching this or not, or somebody going to go run to, oh, Donnie Moore was on Facebook. Oh, he said you did this and said that. I just recited a quote of hers. So if it was your mother in this case, would you let your mother go without medical benefits? Derek Stiles is like minimum $10,000 a week.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's insane. It's insane.
I mean, I'm tempted to come up there wear my black suit and bow tie like Brother Damon. You know what I'm saying? That's how mad I am.
I mean, I'm gonna be in a sweatsuit. I'm gonna be in a sweatsuit. But I was saying is that Malcolm Clark was in the meeting. The deputy commissioner, I can't even think of her name right now. She was in the meeting, according to Jesse and Derek, and so was Chief Al Affairs. So the mayor's office was well aware of what was going on. The first 207C request, and he handed off a MV5 detailing the whole situation from when he first contacted COVID to the present. So if she wasn't aware, then Malcolm Clark didn't do his job because he was there as the chief of staff representing the mayor's office. So, you know, for her to say, for her to say that, Ray Jones says the union under Gene Jerome played the invisible man when it came to Derek, but he was very visible when it came to his overtime. I ain't got nothing to say about that, but that's your opinion, brother. You know, only thing I'm saying is that the PBA has a problem. They have a problem, and let me tell you, all the young officers that might watch this, and I know a lot of y'all guys, and there's a lot of good young officers in that police department. Y'all need to get another union lawyer. And I'm going to be honest, and this is from my opinion. You know, Donnie might disagree, and other people might disagree. But I think the rank and file officers, if you as a rank as an officer, a patrol officer, you need to get your own union and separate from the rest, or keep the detectives. But the supervisors should not be in your union. That is a conflict of interest. That's a conflict of interest. And I don't understand how nobody sees it.
Officer, you need help?
Yeah, we can hear that, Donnie.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest because they're not fighting for you. And if you don't think it could happen to you, this is what I don't understand, why nobody's upset.
You want to know
because
something, Damon?
The same thing that's happening to Derek can happen to anybody working in that police department.
No doubt.
Well, it ain't going to happen to my wife because they know I'm going to have holy hell rain down and something like that happen to my wife. No, I'm not blaming Malcolm Clark. I'm just saying.
Put that back up, Damon.
Huh?
Put that.
He don't know how to do much. I would expect more if he did. No, listen.
Be honest with you, Johnny Jones, he's on that rah-rah wagon. I ain't got nothing to say about him.
Pharaoh Jordan happened to me. Wow. Listen, y'all got to get the police department has to get new lawyers. I know Steve Isaacs. I know Steve Isaacs.
Something funny, Damon?
If we didn't pressure Steve Isaacs, and I'm saying this right now, let me just finish. We ain't pressure Steve Isaacs with my wife, she would have been fired. Where was he in even helping Bovell? And I don't care, Steve Isaacs, if you want to come at me, bring it. Bring it. Because I'm questioning how the hell did this happen to Officer Williams? And you are the lawyer. I know you very well. I know you very well. You was my union lawyer. So I know how you work out. And please, we might as well be the union up at Westchester County Department of Corrections. We might as well just be security guards now. All the shit we done lost. But I'm trying to tell young people, oh yeah. Hey, listen, a good man. I hope it's working out for you, Pharaoh. I hope it's working out for you. But listen, you need to be a
voice. Damon?
Huh?
Is that female officer from Mount Vernon?
Yeah, that got hit, and they said she was on her lunch break.
Man, that's some straight up bullshit, man.
Exactly.
Listen, sweetheart, if you out there listening, I hope I get to meet you at the rally, because from what I heard, you got hit. It's on video. You got hit while you was going to get your meal, and Deputy Chief Addison said you're not eligible because you was on your meal break. Freak out of here with that BS. See, Gregory Addison, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That he's a pathological liar. He ain't even supposed to be on the job because he lied on his police application, and I got the evidence. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, Pharaoh, he's gonna be in Mount Vernon Saturday at the rally.
Or you can inbox me on Facebook, Don Star Child Moore, and I'll give you my number to talk. Because when I heard about your case, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It's on video. She's not eligible because she was walking to get her meal. You know what? Listen. I hope Derek's case goes to the courts, and I hope he bankrupts Mount Vernon because they called for it.
Exactly.
Straight up. Okay?
And let me tell you, man, you know, Mount Vernon is a great police department. Don't get it twisted. You just have some problems with some leadership. So your young officers need to start reading your contract. Don't take people's word for it, because 9 times out of 10, the person that's telling you ain't even read the contract neither. You have to read. You got to be students. You got to be students of the game.
No doubt.
You have to be. I was a union delegate for 13 years, and I don't understand why nobody asked me for help 2 years ago with Derek, because we would have shut this down. It wouldn't have got this far. It wouldn't have got this far.
Are you saying that? What does that say for the Mount Vernon PBA, bro? Garbage. Steve Isaacs, garbage.
Exactly. I'll co-sign on Steve Isaacs being garbage, but y'all officers that are in that police department must stick together and ask for better. Maybe y'all don't know, right? And I'll give it to you. You're young, you getting on the job, you focusing on doing your job, making money, providing for your family. I get that. But if what happened to the other officers that's on the job, and you don't think one day it might happen to you, you're fooling yourself. It happened to Montika, it happened to my wife, and they blame me. But it was the PBA not doing their job. How do you get suspended for a JI that was approved by the former commissioner? How does that happen? And I'm not going to go deep into it today because there's some black men that I really lost respect because they just was just skinning and grinning for Joe Spezio and Mayor Tommy.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm not even going to get into that. But at the end of the day, y'all guys have to stick together. Especially the patrol officers. Y'all are the majority. How is y'all the majority and none of y'all are on the goddamn board? The whole board should be patrol officers. Y'all are the majority. And then y'all need to get a new lawyer. Because what happened to Derek it could happen to anybody. And if you got a lawyer that's not paying attention to state and federal law that protects you while you're doing your job, then you got to fire his ass quick. And y'all can send it to Steve. I don't care. I can say what I can say.
Well,
because let me tell you something, Donnie, because if he want to sue me or you, it's a thing called discovery. He's going to have to prove why he didn't do anything for Derek.
Well, I got firsthand knowledge because he represented my group of retirees, and we're at Mickey Spillane's up there in Fleetwood, Maggie's rather, and I'm trying to look at the documentation that he got from Terry O'Neill, and he wouldn't let me read it. I'm like, yo, you my representative. Oh, well, you don't have to read that. No, I snatched it from him, took pictures of it, and then went to the union about, we don't want that silly mother no more. We had to go out and get our own attorney. You hear what I'm saying? Steve Isaacs, a waste of time. And again, he's got us screwed over. He's getting Derek screwed over because of his. Listen, I ain't got my blood pressure medication nearby, so I'm gonna just calm down. I have a triple dose come Saturday, so I'll be ready. Okay? No, because it's not right, bro. I don't have a horse in this race. But when I see something that's being done unjustly to a friend, I gotta speak up.
Right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Because us, it's listen, when I came on that department, Mount Vernon Police Department, there was no more than 8 minority officers over 200. Okay? I dealt with the bull that they put out. Now it's majority of black people, and y'all ain't doing the right thing.
Exactly.
We got 2 female black captains now. 2 female black captains. First time in Mount Vernon history. Let's see what effective change happens now.
Right.
You got a cheese Gregory Anderson. I don't know what I would classify him as, just but a cheese eater. Okay? You got Michael Goldman, who when I retired, he refused to give me a good boy letter for me to get my pistol permits. I threatened to sue him. Richie Burke was the deputy commissioner. I said, now, Richie Benjamin, I'm telling you this information. Now, if something happens to me, you will be a respondent in a lawsuit as well. Damn it, the next day, Spring Valley calling me up, Mr. Moore, your permit is ready. I'm like, well, goddamn. That's what it takes. I got to threaten people? Come on, man. I don't have time for that. Let's just handle business. Handle business correctly. That's all. Should I used to bring $250,000 to the city of Mount Vernon every year, and I can't get paid for my unused sick days? You can kiss my black ass. But I did get my money back in a different form, though. Don't you think they got over on Donnie? I got over on Donnie. Okay. But with Derek's
No,
case, this is a matter of life and death, bro. Come on now.
yeah. It's you know, I mean, it's really sad, bro. Like how what is the moral compass of the Mount Vernon elected officials and City Hall and the police department to know literally that you're giving this man a death sentence? And what does it, you know, if the city was supposed to give him that, or let's say the city wasn't, then have the hearing. Have the hearing. Don't make a right, exactly. Don't make the decision based on some bogus, well, there wasn't no paperwork. Right? There wasn't no paperwork. Let's play, hold on a second. Let's play what the mayor said. Because we always keep it 100, and we're gonna play what the mayor said.
Those who saw our story Tuesday night apparently left their feelings be known about the 19-year police veteran in Mount Vernon. 19 years on the force, and he was about to lose his job and his health insurance.
It's all because of kidney failure and dialysis, but the department is now offering the officer to return to work and keep his health insurance until he receives his state pension.
Which is about 6 months away. A very different kind of ending.
Here's Marcus Solis.
When it comes to catastrophic illness, there are heartstrings that are pulled, and there are other things that might need to be considered.
Mount Vernon's mayor weighing in on Derek Williams, the police officer facing termination December 31st. The former ESU cop has been unable to work for the last 2 years because of kidney failure.
I do 9 hours of dialysis 7 days a week to maintain my health. Without that, I wouldn't survive.
Williams says his health started to decline after contracting COVID during the height of the pandemic, and says police brass ordered him back to work because his illness was non-work related. But the city says that determination was never made because Williams never filed paperwork under 207C, the state law that covers wages and medical expenses for police officers injured on the job.
We've gone and checked our records to make sure we didn't miss emails, miss any paperwork submitted. The bottom line is we're willing to meet.
More importantly, the city is extending an olive branch. Termination would cut off Williams' health insurance just 6 months shy of qualifying for a reduced pension.
He said he needed 6 months to apply for medical disability, and we're going to extend it for 6 months so that he can maintain his medical coverage that he continues to pay into.
The 45-year-old story has gone viral, generated kidney donation offers, and a GoFundMe page has been launched. The city says its decision is about extending grace, not saving face.
For me, it's not just about public pressure. I have to deal with public pressure every single day when I have to make decisions that are popular and some are unpopular.
Williams is suddenly facing developments on several fronts. He tells me he's considering the city's offer, but will only meet with department brass with the proper representation present. In Mount Vernon, Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Now this is what she said. But Derek did hand in the paperwork. Right after 2 weeks after she did that interview, Derek did hand in the paperwork. It took him 3 months to respond. So that means they were just waiting him out. And even before that, Councilman Andre Wallace made the recommendation that he should have the hearing. And let's just give a big shout out to Councilman Andre Wallace. Somebody in City Hall with common sense. And they have a moral compass to give this man his due process. Listen, we should be ashamed of ourselves when we treat people like this. And there's going to be a spiritual consequence to those who sat back and denied this man his due process. You can't go around talking about you believe in God.
Bullshit.
And you don't do what Jesus would do. Give this man his fair day in court. Win, lose, or draw. If he loses, he loses. If he wins, he wins. But to deny him over some paperwork, when the law, federal, state law says you're supposed to respect it and give him the due process? Listen, Mount Vernon's going to catch hell for this. I don't support nobody that don't stand up for fairness like that.
Brother Damon, we come from a different cloth, bro. We from the old school. We believe in moral aptitude. We believe in respect, and we doing the right thing. I guess Sean, she must be in a different generation because that's not part of her character.
I don't know what it is, but it's just, man, it's just the culture. Like, it's the culture in Mount Vernon. Black lives don't matter in Mount Vernon. It doesn't matter because the way y'all, listen, they just tell me, Donnie, oh, you ain't from Mount Vernon, you ain't going to understand. But if you treat people from Mount Vernon the way you've treated Montica, the city, the way they treated other people, the way they're treating Derek, I'm good. I'm good to be from White Plains because I see how y'all treat each other. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, it's like
exactly right. He would have been terminated in December. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And then they got exposed for the hypocrisy because of the fact that he did everything he was supposed to do and provided state and federal law, and they still denied him.
Yo, Damon, I don't know how true it is, but it was told to me that Governor Hochul called up Sean and said, fix this. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a good look. This case is not just New York. It's just not the USA. It's international. I got friends that live out of the country calling me up, yo, what's up with that? And I told them it's 100% true. They're like, yo, that's messed up. I'm like, who are you telling? She just come in not too long ago. She had no plans for him anymore. I didn't read that, nor do I care to look for it. What I got to say come Saturday is going to burn her ass and make them legs more inflated, okay? All right? Because I'm telling every mother freaking thing. All right? My thing is, listen, again, my case was not life and death. Derek's case is life and death. You understand? I lost some true friends at Mount Vernon PD because of health issues. He's the next one in line, and it can be managed, okay? But my thing is, you get that fat female, I have to watch what I say, but come Saturday.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Y'all forgive me come Saturday, because listen, I was always a man that respected everybody, articulated correctly the whole 9 yards. But right now, my blood pressure's up, and when I take that drive to New York Friday morning, I'm coming to Mount Vernon Friday. I'm going to look at the landscape, okay? And I'm not staying in no hotel in Westchester. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, let me tell you something. She could say she don't have plans for Derek Williams, but Derek Williams has plans for her.
Oh, we got some stuff for her.
We're not going to let this go because if that man dies, it's on your hands, Sean. It is on your hands. It is on your hands, and you're going to have to deal with that. It's going to be on Mount Vernon Police Department's hands. It's going to be on the city's hands, but especially it's going to be on your hands, because all you had to do is tell them to give that man a hearing.
She ain't got to walk her fat ass over there. All she got to do is pick up the damn phone. Yo, make this disappear. Do the right thing. Click. That's less than 15 seconds. So you want to gamble with him suing the city because the insurance company will not cover this lawsuit. My thing is, I want to bankrupt the motherfucking city. Because matter of fact, Mount Vernon residents, let's see how many of y'all show up Saturday. It's over 70,000 people in Mount Vernon. Over 100. I want to see how many will show up Saturday. Is it going to be in mass force or not? I don't want to hear about, the taxes, this and that. Yo, y'all don't participate. Y'all don't vote.
Right.
Did she have it? She didn't even have 10,000 votes when she got reelected, right?
Right.
There's 100,000 people in Mount Vernon.
I really think the Board of Election needs to be looked at, because it's no way, like how do you have 80,000 people?
100,000.
Well, 100, 80 to 100, and only 6,000 and less than 6,000 people vote. Do you know what's crazy? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what's crazy. When George Lattimore ran against Jamal Bowman won Mount Vernon. And Mount Vernon had 6,000 votes. Do you know how many votes the Jewish community had in absentee ballots? They had more in absentee ballots than a whole city. They had more votes or equal. I know they had over 6,000. And that's how they knew that George Lattimore won, because at the end of the day, the absentee ballots get count last. And that was 6,000 votes to get him over. People in Mount Vernon, y'all need to start paying attention. I don't know what y'all doing. But more people need to be come out. They don't care about the cops. You think they care about the citizens? Take a nice tour of that city. Exactly. No, listen. What can you do? You stop voting for your damn friends. Stop voting for someone you went to high school with. Never had a job. You're voting for people that never put in the work just because you know them.
Preach, brother, preach.
Listen, I had to tell somebody on Facebook. They were talking about, oh man, we need to hire, Montica need to run for mayor. For what? For what? Not that my wife is not intelligent, but she don't know nothing about politics. So you just gonna vote for her because she was cool with you in high school? That's not how you use your vote, black people, Mount Vernon people. That's not how you use your vote. You have been voting for people that have just had no experience in nothing. And then you wonder why your city looks the way it looks. And then you got other people trying to talk people into run just so they could get jobs. Not for the benefit of the city, not to make the city better. It's because they want a paycheck. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to be better. And when is that going to happen? For a black city in Westchester and one of the blackest cities in New York State? And we can't manage a city of 4 by 4 square miles? And we expect to be in higher office? And your responsibility is just not your city. Your responsibility is to Black people throughout Westchester County. Because guess what? Guess what? When a Black person is sitting at a restaurant full of white folks and that foolishness come on the TV, everybody looks at him. Everybody, he ain't even from Mount Vernon. And everybody looks at him. And they shake their head. But y'all don't care. I've lived down in that city long enough to figure out y'all do not care. We don't care what anybody think. We just in our own world. A city grows when people come into the city to do business. How you gonna have all these restaurants open up and they're fighting over the same customer base? Because nobody's coming into the city. And nobody has no plans to make it better. After 2 terms, you would think it would be a plan to make it better.
Huh?
Listen, I'm happy about these. I'm happy about small shops opening up. I'm always happy to see Black people having Black businesses. But guess what? Even if my wife has a shop, it doesn't increase the workforce in the city the way it needs to be if you're not making friends and actually bringing in businesses, corporations. You know, I've always said Mount Vernon is the Wakanda of Westchester County, but their leadership keeps giving away their vibranium. Mount Vernon should have been bigger than White Plains. You're surrounded by highways. You got 3 train stations. It was once known as the city of homes. Now it's known as the city of low housing buildings, low income. You got to do better because the city has no money.
And why is that, Brother Damon?
Dude, that's a whole nother show.
I think that's a 4-hour show. I know what the answer is. That's a 4-hour show.
That's a whole nother show. And you know what? And this is not knocking nobody. This is saying as Black people, we should be able to have serious conversations with a city that should be the Mecca for Black people all over Westchester County. It used to be back in the day. I remember I used to get excited when my cousin used to take me to 4th Avenue. It was like I was going to Harlem. Shit, they had that feeling like I was going to Harlem. Getty Square had that feeling too, but I was a young man. I just go get the Mount Next over there in Getty Square. We should get on the bus and get that feeling because it was back then. I mean, Mount Vernon was popping. It was money earning. Back then.
Well, I'm going to touch on why the city has no money. Okay. Hold on a second. I saw a brief Facebook post about the Mount Vernon Border School.
Look what she's look what she's saying. She says there's nothing in the manual stating you have to be approved for 207C. The same person making these rules was walking around in full uniform in an elbow brace, but they chose to let us suffer with no pay, no insurance, etc. Who's in the elbow brace?
We're gonna address that on Saturday, girlfriend. Listen, we're gonna address the whole kit and caboodle on Saturday. Okay? My thing is just, again, getting back to what I was saying. The superintendent stated that it costs approximately $44,000 a year to teach a student in Mount Vernon. Okay. My son never went to a public school in Mount Vernon. He went to private schools, Catholic schools. He went to Cardinal Spellman in the Bronx. I looked up the tuition for Cardinal Spellman, a high school. $15,000 a year. That's a Catholic school. So where's this other differential in Mount Vernon happen? Mismanagement. That's all I can say. Mismanagement. It's at the Board of Education of 165 North Columbus Avenue, and it's at City Hall. Mismanagement. I hate to drive in Mount Vernon because every time I come to New York, I got to go for a wheel alignment. Down here, the roads are baby smooth. The first time I drove to Mount Vernon with my 2017 Charger RT, I got a freaking nail in my tire right at the Sugar Bowl. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And Sean has been brain fucking Mount Vernonites, paving streets and this and that. Listen, y'all buying to that every freaking cycle. Find out why your taxes are so high. The highest taxes in the nation for 4 square miles. What do you see for your money? What do you see? Here in Virginia, you pay property tax on a car twice a year. There's one highway adjacent to my complex, bro. I've been here 9 years. They don't repave that bitch 7 times. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Soon as that asphalt gets gray, they throw down some fresh, black, good-looking asphalt. That's all they do. There's no potholes, no craters, none of that. Come to Mount Vernon. Listen, I ain't driving past South to 1st Street when I come. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? I'm not going for no wheel alignment. So, Saturday, Mount Vernon Heights, spread the word, represent, express your displeasure in Mount Vernon government, express your support for Officer Derek Williams because it's wrong. Come up, voice your opinion.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Voice your opinion.
Listen, man. Exactly. Y'all, the police department, y'all got to stick together, man. Listen, I get it. I've been there, man. I know you want to make that money. I know you want to make your overtime, and you want to buy nice cars, and you want to do all that. But guess what? All that could come to an end if you ain't got no strong union. All that could come to an end if you got a lawyer that ain't doing what he's supposed to do, representing. That should have never got past the law firm, Steve Isaacs. That should have never got past. I don't know how I do know how. Because see, when I worked in corrections, we had Steve Isaacs, but we studied our own stuff. I just ain't let him tell me anything. He got checked. He got checked. He got questioned. How many officers are going to be put in these situations that they got to get their own lawyer to fight something that has to do with their job, and y'all keeping the same law firm?
Yep.
I know. That doesn't make any sense. And I said the same thing up here in corrections, but I'm retired now. That's their problem. But I'm trying to help. We all out here rallying behind Derek Williams, but the bigger picture is all that must change in the Mount Vernon PBA. All that must change. And you know, if you're a new officer and you're watching this, you need to get a new law firm. It's as simple as that. Y'all just vote together that y'all want a new law firm. And it's nothing they can do. It's nothing the board can do. Put a motion. Somebody second the motion. You go to the meeting. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Because some of y'all ain't never read Robert Rules of Order or anything. So you go to the meeting, you sit in the meeting, and you say, I want to make a motion. And you plan it out. You got to this is what y'all got to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. Sparrow, you need to share this with your young officers. I'm going to show y'all what to do. You go to the meeting. First, you get Robert Rules of Order. It's a little book. Get that book. Y'all, everybody need to have that book. If you pay union dues, you need to have Robert's Rules of Order. That's number one. Number two, y'all get together. One person's going to make the motion. The second person is going to second it. Once that motion is second, they have no choice but to hear the motion. They have no choice. They have no choice.
Damon, we're going to see how many active officers appear on Saturday.
Yeah, but I want to finish. I got to finish telling them what to do. Because they got to rewind this video. So then then they have to go to the vote. And y'all vote on it. You don't have to go to the vote. Once the motion is second, they got to figure out how to put the motion down. And the only way the motion can go down is the person that put the motion has to withdraw the motion. And don't let them try to punk you and push you to withdraw the motion. You stand on it till it goes to a vote. And then y'all vote to get a new law firm. And
they
then right. And then what the process will be is that the board has to find law firms that the body is going to approve. Active office.
It's like this, girlfriend. We know all of that, but we want to see, just like Jamie stated earlier, this can happen to any officer.
Exactly.
Don't think you're immune to it. Listen, when I first got on and they had issues with City Hall, and I told them, we had a union president, they were talking about do a work slowdown. You can't do that. Do a work speed up. Do a work speed up. They were like, it won't work. Yes, it will. I did it for 2 months. Everybody and their mama, I pulled them over. The city courts had to hire 2 extra people just to deal with my shit alone. You hear what I'm saying? Somebody jaywalks. Don't give them no summons. Lock that ass up. Somebody don't have a house number on their house. Lock the owner up. This is all stuff I used to do now. Start locking them up. Overburden the system. They got so bad, they were calling up Ernie Davis's office. Oh, Moore got me. He called me on the red carpet. I said, boss, I'm just trying to prove a point. That's all I'm trying to do. I put the pain on Mount Vernon. In 2 months, I wrote over 1,000 summonses. So you, as officers, you have the power. They can't retaliate against all of you. They can't do it.
No.
Okay? Somebody probably will have to be a sacrificial lamb. They will try to make an example out of them. Fuck that shit.
Listen. I'm gonna explain to y'all how y'all get around that. I'm giving y'all a game here. How to get right. I'm giving you some game. The officers stick together, and they go after one. and they suspend him, just do a GoFundMe. That's what we used to do. We just do GoFundMe. So what happens is that the suspension means nothing. You just do a GoFundMe. He doesn't have to use the money. He doesn't have to use all the money. See, but when they start seeing that they're suspending somebody a week and the officers get together and do a GoFundMe and there's $30,000 in there, they'll slow down the nonsense. They'll slow down the nonsense. But there's nothing they could do when y'all vote for a new when y'all vote for a new lawyer. What kind of retaliation? Listen, there can't be much retaliation if you vote everybody out. And they're going to retaliate and do what? Y'all head of the union now. Y'all got a lawyer that's going to fight for you. Then they're in the fight for their life.
But Damon, you and I both know if you got a cream puff position in headquarters, you don't want to jeopardize that. You come on, let's keep it 100 now.
Yeah, then you know what? Then you look like the traitor. You look like the traitor then.
Because they did it with me.
Yeah.
They did it to me at the time. The traffic unit was the best unit in the department. I disobeyed an illegal order. They tried to they brought me up on the captain, Adam Aaron. I hope he's listening because he's an asshole too. They brought me up on charges. I turned around, went to my office, and wrote the lieutenant up on charges. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. So they knew they had no case, so they took me out of the unit for a month. I made more money in that month than if I was still in use. They did me a favor. But you have to stand up for your principles. Those officers that night were going to be put in an unnecessarily dangerous position. For what? Because he didn't obey his orders from his deputy chief until the last hour? Come on now.
Right.
If you got them cream puff positions, trust me, it's not written in stone. You're there for your entire career. You better support what's going to advance you and your fellow officers as a collective unit. Because it can happen to anybody. Now, I don't know how the bosses are there now. I'm not going to give my opinion on their qualifications. But the bottom line, you got to look out for numero uno.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In the Derek's case, you could come down with something job related. Oh, no, you're not 2OC eligible. Just like Jordan. That's bullshit because she wasn't on her meal period. I'm so glad I wasn't in Mount Vernon. Okay? I'm so glad because I would have got criminal charges smacking the shit out of Greg Addison. Okay? It's on video. On video. She was not actively working. Was she on the clock? Yes, she was on the clock. Therefore, she's entitled to her disability benefits, just like Derek Williams.
Amazing. Listen,
Jay
man.
Oliver is the acting police commissioner. He won't say nothing about Derek's case to me. It was like, yo, Donnie, I can't talk about that. I'm not asking you to talk about. I'm asking you to do the right thing.
Exactly.
I don't want to see Greg Addison's ass. Okay? Because I might go to jail. That's how upset I am. Now I'm putting the word out there now. If he's there, I'm gonna confront him. Any officers in uniform, I warn you now, do not come near me. No, I'm keeping it real. You forget, I know the law. If I'm not screaming and yelling and shouting profanities, you can't touch me. It's like this.
I don't think they're gonna touch. I hope they ain't trying to touch nobody. Bro.
Yo,
yeah,
I got bail money.
Bad luck.
I got bail money.
Ain't even about bail money. it ain't even about bail money. Like I don't even. I hope they're not thinking about doing anything like that. That's, it gets to the point. It's like, come on. Man.
I'm from the old school. I prepare for everything. You want to lock me up? Okay, I'll walk to the jail cell with you, but you're not putting no handcuffs on me. Because then you may go out on 207C. Okay? I see all these videos of cops trying to arrest people, and the tactics are so fucked up. It's unreal. Try to put your hands on me. Go ahead.
She said, I tried to speak to him once. He ran away from me, so I wrote my MP5.
That's the proper way of doing it. Put it on paper. Date, timestamp it. Keep a copy.
Yep. And put that he ran away.
Your girlfriend, I'm going to call you up once we finish this show. From what I'm hearing, I thought you got your 207C, and I'm hearing you didn't. So I hope you come Saturday, too. We're going to rectify your shit, too. We're going to break the bank in Mount Vernon. I done spoke to Reverend Morton. He knows I don't play. Okay? It's cheaper just to let Derek get what he wants.
Not what
he wants, what he's entitled to.
What he's entitled to. Because he's entitled to
service time. Listen, if you want to resolve this in a matter of a week, I'm pretty sure Derek will forego the suit of mental anguish and suffering. I'm pretty sure he'll forego that. You understand? But if you want to take this to trial, to court, we suing for everything. Suing for everything. Jordan, you start acting crazy too. We'll sue for mental anguish on your part too. Shit, we'll sue everybody.
Well, that's it, man. We just trying to have conversation. Please, people come out on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Come out and big shout out to Jesse Van Loo for putting this together. Absolutely. And check me out tomorrow morning on Think for Yourself Fridays. How do you think for yourself in relationships? Because it seems like
another subject, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. That's what the show is about. 11 a.m. tomorrow. How do you think for yourself in relationships? Someone who I've been married a long time. I've been married twice. And I've been married a long time. And my whole thing is I see young people today, they're not thinking for themselves when it comes to relationships. They listening to people that they shouldn't be listening to. Yep. And they're putting themselves in situations that they shouldn't be in. And I decided I wasn't going to do it, but I decided to make that's already going up at 11 o'clock. But I'm also going to talk about the broken culture of celebrity relationships and the erosion of Black love, based off this whole nonsense, this whole foolery of Megan Thee Stallion and the basketball player. I can't remember his name, and it's no slight to him because he's done a lot in basketball. He's championships, gold medal, Klay Thompson. I'm just not a sports person. I know who he is, but I'm not a sports person. I don't sit. That's just not me. I don't sit and watch Black folks running up and down, putting a ball in the hoop. That's not my thing. I like watching congressional hearings. I'm a nerd.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm a nerd.
Watch them Republicans talk lies all day. I ain't got time for that.
I watch Democrats and Republicans tell lies. They both tell lies. When you sit and you watch it, you figure out they all lie. It's just not one side, bro. They all lie. That's lie. That's the thing. But hey, at the end of the day, we need to take care of the politics. I don't worry about Trump. when I got an officer that's has been given a death sentence by a mayor who's a Democrat. I don't have time for Trump when a Democratic city is in the condition that it's in. Trump is a distraction. When you huh?
In my opinion, he only did that one good thing, signed that bill into law. That's it.
What bill? What bill?
That said first responders contracting COVID, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, he did a lot of good things, man. But see, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you're a business person, you know how much you benefit from the tax code? Are you kidding me? And if you ain't benefit from it, you need to get another accountant. That tax code was created for producers, not consumers. The problem is black people, we consume. We don't produce. We're not producing people. You don't hear Asians saying, "Oh my God, the tax code." No, because all their businesses are in the black community. You don't hear Italians crying about the tax code because they're producing the concrete, the construction, right? You don't really hear Hispanics crying about it because when they come over here, they set up shop and they shut up businesses. Only thing you hear is Negroes crying about it because we don't have businesses. We go look to the white man for jobs. That's the problem, brother. Look at the kids account. You could open up an IRA. You get $1,000 to open up an IRA for your child. That they could even do it they could take it out at 18, from 18 to I think 21 to 28. Even Dr. Boyce Watkins said, if you put the minimum in each year, your child will, by the time your child get it, almost $1 million. How many young black women or young black families have got that for their children? That's how you get generational wealth.
They don't care about that shit. They worry about their nails.
No. But you said he ain't do anything. That's what I'm addressing. That's what I'm addressing, because we don't have the conversations about that, because we don't have economic conversations. We have Negro conversations. We too busy worried about Megan Thee Stallion and Clay that I got to do a video because, listen, I need some views on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just being 100, brother.
I couldn't believe when I heard she talking about $700,000 a month.
Listen, let me tell you something. If any woman, ain't no woman's body worth $700,000 a month. I know a lot of y'all sisters think that you worth a lot of money. And you know what? You can believe it. You can believe it. You can walk around and you think that. But guess what? Ain't no man that got money giving you $700,000 a month and you ain't married to him.
Even if she was married, she wouldn't get that shit.
Listen, look what happened to Mariah Carey. She was engaged to one of the richest men in the world. And in 1 month, she spent so much money, he cut her off. You know why? You know why? Because his accountant sat him down and said, you ain't, no, we not, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not happening. See, women want these type of men. But there's responsibilities and boundaries that go with these type of men. Because them type of men, they have other people that sit down and watch their money and make sure that man's money is growing. So when you get with that man and you want to bug out talking about you want $700,000 a month for maintenance for yourself, he go call his people and they say, man, you better go get that fly Latina that work at Burger King and we'll give her $5,000 a month.
and she will be happy too.
Exactly.
I thought it was a lot, $700,000 a month.
That's
Ain't
too
no
much.
coochie that good.
Listen. Let me tell you something.
No.
Ain't no woman getting $7,000 a month from no man. If he is, he's an idiot. And especially if you're not, I mean, if you the wife, right, you entitled to some stuff. But you ain't the wife. See,
you and I
y'all gotta understand. Wait. This is always better to be the wife. Don't let these bitter women out here telling you about being independent and all that other bullshit. It's always better to be the wife. Always better. You get more benefits, even when you break up. You have more power in court being an ex-wife than being a baby mama.
And Tyreek Hill can tell you about that shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
18 months? You gotta be kidding me.
She dragged him to the water. She tried to get as much as she could. And she tried to go around the prenup. That's why it took so long, because she was trying to go around the prenup. Which is insane. But sisters, man, look, and from an old man.
What?
From an old man.
Old man?
From an old man. I'm an old man now.
I'm older than you, and I ain't old, motherfucker. Shit.
Listen, just be a wife. Don't listen to these women. Be a wife. Now, if it doesn't work out, you have more legal rights to everything than being a baby mama. I'm just trying to have big brother talk to little sisters, any woman that's watching. Please don't listen to these women. They're taking you down a dark road.
Yeah, that's the truth. Ask my first ex-wife. She'll tell you. She listened to the he said, she said, had it made golden, and started listening to the female correction officer in Westchester County and her crackhead friends. None of them had a positive relationship. And listen, when is that relationship show? When is that relationship show?
What?
You said you was having a relationship show?
Yeah. I'm pre-recording it, man. That's pre-recorded. That's not live.
I got some shit to talk about that, bro. These women talk about, pay this and pay that. You out of your freaking mind. You got an asset to relationship.
We're gonna schedule that. You're
a liability. Come on now.
Hey, listen, man. They don't
pay for my car, no pay for my cell phone, my nails. That's your bills. Bitches asking me, how you get to afford to go to Turkey twice? That's none of your business. I don't pay for no coochie. Don't act like there's a dollar sign attached to your coochie. Because I've been single for 5 years. I will not lower my stand on the type of woman I'm going to be with. You keep talking that, pay my car, no pay my... Yo, bricks.
Listen, let me tell you something. I knew Klay Thompson wasn't going to stay with her because it's not even about ass. It's about the brand. It's about the brand. It's about the NBA. No. It's not about. No, listen. No. Klay Thompson is an NBA player. The NBA worries about their brand. When it comes to the players represent the NBA, the NBA or the NFL, they don't want all that stuff.
No,
they don't want that. They don't want all that drama and attention to one of their players. Cardi B with her foolishness.
That's why Stephon Diggs got waived.
Huh?
That's why Stephon Diggs got the boot.
See, and that's what I'm saying. You just the WAP. Listen, ladies, when you're dealing with someone on that level, and I don't understand how females feel that Klay Thompson was nobody. They're bugging, right? When you're dealing with someone on that level with that type of money, You got to understand, there's people that are behind him that don't give a shit about you, don't give a shit about his relationship. They only care about keeping his money up. That's all they care about. And let me tell you, if you are in the process to take his money, and instead of being an asset, you're a liability, he's going to let you go. He's going to let you go. Because we don't know if he got the word from the NBA saying, look, we don't want all this drama. She could be a fan. She could sit on the sidelines, but we don't need all this drama. Or the people that's behind him that handles the money is telling him, you got to let her go. It's not good for the brand. Sometimes it's just good to get, sometimes it's just go get you a good civil service worker. Like, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with y'all ladies? Just get a good civil service worker. Y'all want these high value men. Y'all ain't even ready for what comes with that. You ain't even, and most women ain't even in that type of circle. I know. I traveled the world with Carl Kanai. I know. I just posted a couple of pictures when we was with Tanya Taylor. Before she became who she was today, but she was who she was on the up.
Yeah, she got up in two, bro. Oh, she got him good.
Well, I mean, dude, when she was the alpha in the relationship.
Okay.
From what I saw, I was with him 16 hours one day. She was the alpha in the relationship. So whatever happened with that, if she might have outgrew him, because she was the alpha when she was coming up. Like when we did the photo shoot, it wasn't with Carl Kanai. She wasn't who she wasn't where she's at today. But you knew she was going, right? You knew she was going, and she already had a name for herself. I think she already had the first album out, and that did well, right? But she was, from what I saw, I only can speak for myself. She was the alpha in the relationship.
Well, he got a fine ass girl now, though. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Look, at the end of the day, you could get other people, right? You know, I mean, you could get other people, but you know, the thing is, don't think that the person you leaving can't get nobody else. You know, because there's always, you know, I tell young women, listen, if you got someone, because if you got somebody good and everybody else say he's a good man, but you know, not everybody's perfect, and you feel that the grass is greener on the other side, trust me, there's someone watching you that's gonna wait and go get your man. And go get your man. And go get your man. See, men, we don't like, a lot of times we don't be playing them games when, you know, how some women, I'm not saying all women, how some women, you know, when they leave one, they already got one in the chamber. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of men don't, a lot of real men don't even play that, right? Because that's too much work. Ain't nobody got too much
work.
What?
What's too much work?
To having someone and then dealing with somebody else and being in a serious relationship, even living with someone, and man, that's too much work, bro. I ain't perfect. I've been there. That's too much. As you get older, man, you ain't trying to do all that shit. Come on, Donnie. You know that's real. That's just too much work.
You got a valid point there. I must agree with you on that point, because in my player days, man, I was losing track of names, bro. You hear what I'm saying?
Yo.
It was like, damn, who's this? I gotta sit here. Yo, I had to put a picture to their phone number in my phone, so I knew who I was talking to.
Way back then, we ain't have no picture. When you had the little flip phone, you had no flip.
Like now, listen, I'm just chilling, waiting for that queen to come by, because I know what I can offer a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My second ex-wife, okay, that's extenuating circumstances. She was ill, terminally ill, never told me, okay, and passed away. Okay. The first wife, she sucked up all the he said, she said shit. And tomorrow, I made a mistake. Soon as you told me you wanted to divorce, I started looking for me a spot. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Amazon was coming to my old spot religiously. What's all that stuff? I'm getting my own spot. I'm the fuck out of here. You want a divorce? I'm going to give it to you. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my exes, for all of my exes that I was in love with, they thought the grass was greener on the other side. It ain't greener on the other side.
No, listen. It is not greener on the other side. And let me tell you, and even for men, it's not greener on the other side. And
no.
I don't want women to take this the wrong way. But this is what I told my son, right? You with a woman, she's loyal. Y'all gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have it. But there's certain things that women do, whether it's not being sexist, there's certain things women do that get on men's nerves. It is what it is. That's the nature of men and women. Because you could sit with a group of married men and there's certain things that they will have in common. They say, man, I go through the same thing. Man, I go through the same thing. Because that's what it is. So when you leave a good woman because of these little hiccups in your relationship and you get caught out there on the sex of this new chick because it's new, and then you leave, you might find out the situation is worse than what you had. It's worse than what you had. My uncle used to say, he used to say this, all women are crazy, it's just the crazy that you want to deal with.
No, it's like this. All women are crazy. Some are crazier than others. I told my own mother she was crazy, and she said, I take offense to that. I said, well, Mom, you got some crazy shit going on with you too now. I take offense to that. You can take offense all day long. You crazy too.
Listen, my mother used to tell me stories of what she used to do to my father. And I used to sit there, man, and be like, yo, this is insane. Yo, dude, on his deathbed.
Oh, boy.
Now, she heard some rumor that he had another child, right? She could never find a child. She could never find a woman, right? Right? This is when we was living in Peekskill. On his deathbed. And she told me this with a straight face, right? She said, I asked him. I said, when he was dying?
Are you kidding me?
She said, yeah, I asked him. She said, I thought he was going to come clean. I said, well, if he did do it, he took it to the grave. She said he looked at her and said, no.
Well, if it was true, he graduated from player school 101. Listen, you take it to your grave.
Listen, but I used to just listen to her stories. You know, once you get older, you have these conversations with your parents. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, why did you do that to this man? And she was like, I was like, oh my God, why did you do this to that man? But,
man,
you know,
he
loved him.
Respirator.
Exactly. She took care of him. You know, I mean, all the stuff that I remember, I was young, but she took care of him. She made sure. But that thing right there, man, I mean, Jesus Christ. But listen, a relationship is a give and take, right? It's trade-offs. It's trade-offs. You're going to give and take. You know, all this 50-50, 100-100, you got to pay. No, it's give and take. And if you're not giving and taking, you should not be in a relationship.
Amen.
You should be by your goddamn self in your house. If you're a man, just get some stinky links over time. If you're a woman, just do what you got to do from time to time, but don't get in no relationship if you ain't willing to give and take. If you ain't willing to give as well as you take, just stay single. And don't bash the other sex, because a lot of times it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have these conversations. And what I see on social media, you know, the black family is down to 33% marriages. If they keep up, ain't gonna be another 20 years, 30 years, it's gonna be under 10%. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible. Then everybody gonna be down with the alphabet crew.
Oh man!
I keep it 100, bro. I keep it 100 because I'm for a black family. I don't play that game. I'm for a black family. You know, not everything work out, but I'm for a black man and a black woman with black children. That's why I called the hypocrisy out. Y'all want me to vote for Kamala, and she got a white man raising white children, and then y'all say I don't like black women. Well, then shit, she don't like black men. Let's call it a spade. You don't like your mama. My mama had a black man. My mama had a black man. How about that one?
Brothers just don't want to deal with the bullshit, man. Exactly. Come on. Where you going? What time you coming back? Who you gonna be? Man, I ain't got time for that bullshit.
Listen, man, I'm so blessed. My wife don't ask me shit. She just want to bake some cupcakes. I am one of the blessed motherfuckers ever. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that one. But that's the way I feel, man. My wife just want to bake some cupcakes. Long as she can bake cupcakes and do her thing, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. She ain't stressing me. Sometimes, you know, she called me to do some things, but she down there in that shop, and I support her. I support her 100%. I support her 100%.
Well, she's an exception.
Michael Hannon said word. Michael Hannon said word. Michael Hannon said absolutely.
Got a good one, bro.
Listen, I support her 100%. But I'll be straight music. If you feel I ain't doing nothing and you bump into a dude you think you do better, bye. Don't hang around.
Would you take her back? Would you take her back?
What? Oh no, she ain't coming back.
She begging you. She begging you. Bro.
No, it's a wrap. Once you leave, it ain't no coming back. Ain't no backseas or backtracks or any of that, because no.
Yeah, I'm like you. Once you leave me, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We could work it out. We could go to counseling. We could do all that. But once you pack that bag and you pull out that driveway, ain't no coming back. You might as well leave the mailbox key. You might as well leave the key to the pool. You might as well leave your whatever other keys you got. You might as well leave all that stuff, because it ain't no coming back. Ain't no backseas. Ain't no coming back. I'll see you. I'll be respectful, but ain't none of that. I'll get in the gym, get my body right, and get out here and hit and be Batman again. You understand? I know it's rough. Listen, man.
Debit card with you.
Listen. It's hard, man. I be seeing these young dudes. These chicks want them to spend $500-600 and on the first date. Man, listen. Goodbye.
There's a brother on Facebook called Nair. I forget his last name. He does a gold digging videos, right? meeting women random. Yo, I be screaming out. They say the brother, he has a lot of followers, but all these exotic cars ain't his. You know what I'm saying? But
oh, he be the one that want to talk to him, and then they see the car and all this other stuff.
Yeah, dude, I be cracking up. Now there's some fine girls that he be driving off on. I'm like, I would have to take a second thought on that one. But I'm not. No. Oh, we could go to the mall. You can spend some money, or the hell we are.
Nah. Don't even think about it. I'll take you out to dinner. You see, because I like nice restaurants. I've always had. So the goal isn't I'm taking you out. The goal, my mindset is I'm going someplace that I can eat some good food. You just coming.
Is you order from the A side or the B side of the menu?
You order wherever you want. You know, No. You order wherever you want, but don't get crazy.
Well, the A side of the menu got the caviar and the imported cheese and all that. You gonna let her order from the A side of the menu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because see, when I go out to eat, I go out to have fun, right? But I don't go to a lot of restaurants. I only go to certain restaurants. So I already know what a dinner for two is going to cost.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Right. I already know. You know, appetizer, main course meal, couple of drinks, right? I already know that. Now, if you start getting crazy, because I ain't going to take you where this stuff is crazy, I'm going to take you where I want to take you. I'm spending the money. You can't tell me. Where to go. You know, how you going to tell me where to go? How you going to tell me where you want to go? And I'm spending the money. Absolutely. This is the restaurant we going. And if you don't like that, where you got to go? Huh?
You're inviting her.
Exactly.
So she can either accept or deny the invitation.
Exactly.
Like I'm going to Sammy Saturday night, bro. I'm good, bro. I get me some Sammys every time I come to New York.
Yeah, I'm going up to my spot on Saturday night, man.
You know?
After Detroit. You gonna go to Sammy's, I gotta go to my spot. Well, I gotta handle some business.
So I'm going. There's no good seafood restaurants in Virginia.
Oh yeah, you like seafood.
No good hibachi spots like Ito's.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm going to Sammy's, get my stuffed shrimp or crab meat, my 2 pina coladas, and I'm straight.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. So I mean, yo, man, I'm not trying to listen, I've been married almost 18 years now.
And I didn't even get a motherfucking invitation.
You didn't get an invitation to the wedding?
No, your tight uniform pants wife didn't give me no invitation. Oh my God. I was like,
I don't know why. Yo, listen, that's on her, bro. That ain't on me. Because I knew of you because of your ex-wife, but we didn't know each other till after the marriage, like really started communicating.
And I'm like, yo, I'm one of them brothers that will be able to come to the Caribbean for a wedding. I got a first cousin married in getting married in the Netherlands in September, right? In Amsterdam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her and I had a fallout at the last reunion because she went $600 over budget. So I checked her. My parents got an invite. My brother and his wife got an invite. A couple of other cousins, first cousins got invites. I didn't get an invite. So I told him, he was like, well, maybe you didn't make the cut. I said, how many people on her father's side of the family can afford to go to Amsterdam?
Right. Yo, Mike Hannon's watching.
Bro. Huh?
I said, Mike Hannon's watching. He came, he spoke on Derek's behalf at the city council meeting. He said he's coming Saturday too. That's good.
No, good look, bro. Yo, we need all the support, but I want to see how much active members of Mount Vernon PD is going to show up. That's what I want to know. Because I ain't going to.
Look, that's on them, man. Look, that's on them.
Right.
You know, we gave the message, and it is what it is. excuse me, people. I slipped out some curses. I usually talk this way to Donnie on the phone, and I'm so used to we talking like this on the phone. I keep forgetting we live. We live.
I will conduct myself as a professional on Saturday because of the venue. Okay, I will promise you all that. If I slip every now and then, forgive me now, because I just expended too much energy on this case where it didn't even have to go this route.
Well, I tell you this. I tell you this, man. If people have a moral compass and people have a conscience, there's no more. There's no way they can continue to support this administration.
Well,
you know,
preaching the word of the good book.
Their business.
If she keep preaching the word of the good book, I got to call you, yo, you're not a real Christian, girlfriend. Because karma's a bitch.
Exactly.
Karma is a bitch, okay? You get a prize for this. I already know somebody done told Donnie's coming to Mount Vernon Saturday. I already know. She got her spies. I don't care. I want her to know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to call her this afternoon. Shut this shit down now before Saturday. Shut it down. All it takes is a phone call. That's all it takes. Now, if you're not willing to make that phone call, okay, that's on you, sister. But beware what I say on Saturday. Beware. You got up until 12:59 p.m. on Saturday to make this right. Come 1 o'clock, we going live. Okay? And I'm telling all the motherfucking dirt. So, the ball is in her court right now. That's it. I don't talk to nobody in headquarters. I ain't got no horse in this race. I'm coming to support a brother who has been unjustly treated. I don't appreciate that. I was unjustly treated, but mine wasn't a matter of life and death. And what people are failing to realize, his dialysis has a minimum of $10,000 a week.
Yeah, it's gonna be about look. Lowballing is gonna cost him $400,000 a year.
Dude, that's really lowballing it, bro.
No. Well, yeah, I looked it up. Lowballing is an estimate of $400,000 a year, man.
That's a lot. That's a big knot, bro. Come on now. He don't have to do this. The city's not losing anything. That's what irks me.
Because they don't care, man. Sometimes people just don't care. And I just get used to just people just not caring. You just don't care. Well, and it's nothing you could say. It's nothing you could say because of the fact that you are well aware of the situation. Yeah, and you commented on the situation. You commented on the situation. So
are we having a news station there Saturday?
I don't know. I'm sending out some press releases, man. Hopefully that they will respond, man. Sometimes I
gotta go on my phone and look up my boys up in Albany, bro. Yo, this shit's gotta be fixed.
Well, right now, the only way it's going to get fixed now, man, is somebody that is going to be through a lawsuit. They just rather spend the city money, being sued and getting sued. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to cost dialysis $400,000.
Man, listen. Anybody, Mount Vernon, if y'all listen, I'm gonna apologize now if I said we're going to bankrupt Mount Vernon, because y'all have the power to force her to do the right thing in regards to Derek Williams.
Just keep, if you're watching, listen, if you're watching this and you really care about Derek and you really care about the situation, just call the mayor's office, call City Hall and tell her to do the right thing and stop playing these games. That's what you need to do. Just call the mayor's office.
Blow that phone up from now until
exactly. No, just keep blowing it up.
Well,
Keep
Saturday,
blowing it up.
nobody's in City Hall on Saturday.
Well, Monday through Friday. I mean, keep blowing it up to the end of this year.
Close the business on Friday. Blow her phone up.
You know, and then she's going to have to run, and she's going to have to answer. She's going to have to answer to it, because we're going to educate the people. You know, so they can't be saying none of this BS. You know, they're going to know it's BS. And anybody that's in law enforcement, matter of fact, anybody in civil service gets it.
Now, I must repeat, let me say this. Everything that we've been saying in regards to Derek Williams has been factual, supported by evidence. It's not rumors. It's just not us talking. It's backed up with evidence. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm versed in this case whereby I can confront any city official and tell them what's right, what's wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I've got on my phone, I got some brief documents. I got one of the most important documents, the police department's response to Derek's request. I got that on my phone. I'm not going to post it out of respect for Derek and Mount Vernon PD. But from what I'm telling you, if you come, I'll let you read it off my phone. Okay? Because this is straight up garbage. And the only recourse, if they want to take this to court, so be it. We're going to sue it to bankrupt the city. And then y'all could blame the Patterson-Howard administration for the city being broke. Case closed. You're either going to do right or act right. One of the two. With that being said, Brother Damon, I got to take my 5 o'clock walk before I do my dinner, because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I got to stay in shit because I'm still in an open market. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all be there Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. in front of Mount Vernon City Hall. The truth is going to be spoken. Tell your family, your friends, tell everybody that's in Mount Vernon. Because, again, this case can affect the finances of the city of Mount Vernon. The insurance company will not cover this lawsuit.
No. So Yogi want us to recap real quick. So Yogi, there's other videos on the thing. We're about to close out, but long story short, Officer Williams of Mount Vernon Police Department caught COVID in the pandemic, and from COVID, he ended up with from COVID he ended up with kidney failure. Right? They didn't recognize the COVID or the result of having kidney failure from COVID as a workplace injury. He is now on dialysis 7 days a week, and they have denied him his request for the workman's comp or the workplace injury 207C hearing. And he's going to be fired in June. He's going to lose his health care, and he's on 7 days of dialysis. But there's other videos. If you go to the Black Westchester, there's other videos. You could probably put Derek Williams in the search or Mount Vernon, and the videos will come up where we have a long discussion about the state laws, federal laws that the city has refused to follow. So now the young man's fighting for his life, you know, and it's really sad. And it just tests the moral compass of the city and how Black elected officials treat other Black people, because it seems like Black lives don't matter in Mount Vernon. So, you know, if it doesn't matter in a Black city, it's damn sure ain't going to matter no place else.
Oh, I got to use that phrase.
Yes.
Don't
use it when you're speaking tomorrow. That's my quotable, brother. Don't you use that tomorrow.
Black lives don't matter in Mount Vernon with a Black administration. What sort of
Yeah, don't use that one tomorrow. That's my quotable for tomorrow on the mic, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it, brother.
He said, trust me, I know about that, right? You know? But I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody taking time. Again, excuse my curses because we was having a conversation, me and Donnie, like we have on the phone. And but I want to thank everybody. Please, if you are in Westchester County, man, come through on Saturday. Come through on Saturday and show your support for Officer Derek Williams. Show your support for the other issues in the community, property taxes, the building department, the Board of Education, the parking garage is about to fall down, and just the quality of life in Mount Vernon. Come on out Saturday between 1 and 3 p.m. on the 2nd. It's open mic for everybody. So, and tomorrow, 11 a.m., Think for Yourself Fridays is 11 a.m. And then check out another video that will be up.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh, shit. Tomorrow is Thursday? That's great. So I got more time. So Friday is Think for Yourself Friday. And check out the Publisher's Desk. It'll be up before Saturday. Broken Culture, Celebrity Relationships, and the Erosion of Black Love. So check that out. And I want to thank everybody. Donnie, I thank you for coming on, man. We had a great time. And everybody, brother said thank you for the updates and the professional representation. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. Please like and share. Everybody, please like. Please like the video. Please follow Black Westchester. You gotta follow us, man. We're the news with the Black point of view. And also, if you go to blackwestchester.com, I don't have the screen up. Our new e-paper is out. We go to print once a month, but if you're not in the Westchester area, you could go to the website and you could download the new e-paper, and it's dedicated to Dr. Bob Law, one of the baddest independent radio hosts and one of my mentors. And one of the reasons we do what we do on the radio is Dr. Bob Law, and God bless him. He passed away a couple of weeks. Huh? Nah, Dr. Bob Law, no. He used to be on WBAI and WBLS, and he's just a long-standing radio host that spoke truth to power. And when he was alive, he literally blessed me for more of my exposure in Harlem. He used to bring me to all his panels he used to do in Harlem. And it was very interesting because, you deal with different people. A lot of people never see Black law enforcement speak the way I do about law enforcement and accountability. And it's still, it's very interesting that, people don't see that. And he used to bring me around, and I used to just bug people out because they ain't never heard of someone in Black law enforcement talk Black.
Well, come out Saturday, folks.
Exactly.
You will see how we represent as former Black officers in law enforcement.
Exactly.
You'll see
Exactly.
real deal. You will be told nothing but the gospel truth, no fiction, none of that BS.
All right, y'all. Peace out, Donnie. I'll talk to you. We out here, man.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.